Right. Right. God. Change the goddamn set. And there we go. Here we go. That'll be fun. Productivity in the not lasting big 2025. My god. I don't know exactly what I have I have technically finished making the video, I guess. At Kapkut. 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 Yeah, jest Kapkut. Oj pogis, no i jedziemy kurwa. Ah, shit! Wait, no, fuck, that's the wrong thing. Work. God fucking damn it! Work. And there we go. Not necessarily loading, that's not a very good sign. You were working just fine like 5 seconds ago, what the fuck? Okay, fine. I'll do a story summary video. I have no. Sup, I got your coffin ready. I don't think I need that coffin, unironically, for now. You can keep it. It might be useful. At some point. I don't think I have. Hold up. I do not have a lot of OSTs here. I would need a lot more. This is an hour video. How the fuck am I supposed to get as many OSTs as I can? Even Arknights related. Start with that. Okay, let me pull up the... Where is the decompiled game? I am going to spoil myself somehow again. This is a stupid idea. There's a playlist that the official account made for songs they. Gdzie to jest? Miałem to gdzieś. Kurwa. That's okay. Here we was exported data, right? Shit! I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Now, how the fuck did we do this again? I think there was like a assets. I think Rapu dynamic assets. Yeah, it was audio. Hold up. That was the sound effects. Act 11. I don't think that's what I want. I think it was from average. Hold up. Items, background. No, that's definitely not the deal. That's definitely not what I'm looking for. Music, player, voice, player. Hello there, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. No to ci, kurwa, co się było? Arts, jeans. Where was an average? Items. No, that was definitely not it. Images. Yeah, that's totally. Okay, that's Code Brawl. Not what I'm looking. God damn it! I am unprepared. Wait, maybe I'm looking through the wrong folder. Maybe it's the other one. That would be kind of stupid if it's the other one, though. Oh, scheiß. Noż kurwa mać! Love this game. Love this shit. Oh. Export. Ick. No, that's definitely not it. This is not fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is okay. This is okay. Shit. Secondary. Need to remove a lot of these. Don't ask why I'm not like why I didn't like get all the files out. And I don't know people who realize sleeping is important. I nawet nie wkurwia. I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is definitely not what I'm looking for. What the fuck? Did it find it? Piece of sh... Okay, I'm actually just gonna search up in a second. Search up the stuff in a second. Assets. Virus detected trying to find fuck is OST. Art. Audio. It's gotta be somewhere here. Player. Enemy. Definitely not. Yep, that's not it. Data? Configs. I'm actually going to throw this out of the window. On the... Why is it nowhere to be seen? Great check. Use the sound that you have. I give up. I give up trying to find the goddamn... I don't give a sh... You guys are gonna have to listen to the same... Bye bye bye. Not Limbus. That's different. That's not what I need. Alright, just throw everything in here. Besides dual channel. Also gonna... Is an Arknights. Even though that's clearly a bad idea. TDS-OST. I don't give a fuck about TDS-OST. God, you have absolutely nothing in... You have so many good songs. And you have... Can't even find a single... I use this for... Might as well. I think... No idea how people enjoy my retelling. That doesn't really fit. We're doing it anyway. Of the story. I personally thought that people were going to absolutely clown on it since it was my first time ever even talking about a game story on a YouTube video, but somehow I have no idea how people absolutely loved the way I talked about the story. I don't know what people saw in the way I retold the story. Was it the countless hours rewriting that godforsaken script? Was it the passion in my voice while I was talking about the story? Was it because
I didn't say a single bad thing about the story, I don't know. But people asked me to do a story summary video, so I might as well give people what they want, right? Today we're going to talk about 3 episodes. Last time we ended off at episode 3, so today it's episode 4, 5, and 6. So buckle up, because this is about to be longer than your average Golden Bolt video about why Ratchet still hasn't killed Dr. Nefarious.
It's shit, no.
Dr. Nefarious. Episode...
Good fuck. Which one was what? That intro ain't half bad. I mean, that's probably the shortest part of the entire video. MAK. I think I can use the title screen. Nope. No, that's way too big. That's way too energetic. That's good. Do I not have MSys Tech? No, I do. Okay. I'll be a little loud.
Episode 4 starts right where we left off with...
Okay, that's a bit of the delay. I don't like that. Why is there a delay on this
Episode 4 starts right where we left off with Episode 3. Alex and Misha are dead, and we've gone back to Rhodes Island for a second to talk about what's next in our plans. And yet again, we get even more Calcet screen time. I have to treat every single second that this character gets screen time like a godsend because I just want to learn more about Calcet. She just interested me that
-16 because that's good enough.
brave deep into her heart. Even after all that happened, she still can't forget about the 2 lives that she took away. Amiya goes to her room while Calcet...
This goes somewhere to... I can do that. Then we cut to... maybe a bit more serious? Calcet's normal dialogue being 7 paragraphs. Hello there, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello.
The perspective of 2 operators that haven't been introduced thus far. Meet your...
Now I need to figure out what kind of music. It's good enough. Alright, where's Mist? Oh, I just realized that this soundtrack is so fucking short. I see, so you edited in CapCut, huh? Wasn't it obvious already?
Right, and Frostleaf. Jessica is also here, finally getting sent out on a real mission instead of getting folded by Doberman. And if you didn't already guess, all of the city ruins have been infested with reunion forces that are lurking around every corner.
Copy and paste it like 3 times.
To view to Amiya wandering around in the Lungman slums aimlessly. Now, I would not mention this scene
That's
if it wasn't important. This scene shows Amiya coming into contact with another infected child. She helps them out in getting a broken record player and gives them some food, but that isn't exactly important. What is important, however, is that Amiya shows self bullshit that she's here. All bullshit that she's hearing. She wants to believe
Ash.
that those beliefs that she had before Misha's death are still there, but she knows that the world is filled with inequality. After Amiya finally snaps out of it, we get to see a little girl giving a teddy bear to Chen. How did Chen get here and when?
Yeah, that fucking rhymes like hell. That's like 2 minutes. Do another 30 seconds, actually. Ashkur! Kapkut! If kurwa mnie. Nie wkurwiaj. Oh wait, right, because I don't have okay. I know why.
I don't know what Chen said to Amiya, since Amiya gets a call from Kaltsit telling her that the situation over at the Chernobog subsidy has turned for the worse. We get a
And that's exactly perfect. What? I don't think I've heard that before. Oh wait, I know what this is. I know from which battle this is, I think. I think this was from episode 3? No, this wasn't from episode... I remember hearing this soundtrack, so I don't know.
We get a quick
Oh, that's the long man.
perspective change to our
I think it's the default soundtrack, but I might be wrong. I don't know. That's from... I think that's from Tallulah's boss fight, probably. That's dialogue.
3 operators.
Oh, that's definitely... Oh. Nope. That's the fucking flat... No, that's Frost Nova. That was like from a boss, but definitely not Tallulah, I think. I mean, I remember... Wait, actually, let me check. Exciting 01 Arknight. Arknights memoir? Weird. That's weird, alright. Nah, Skull Shadow had a different one. Do I seriously not have more of this OST? I didn't find anything. I could just use whatever the fuck. I just kind of ball with it. But I don't want to do that. Arknights episode is a playlist of songs at the Arknights, but not in the main game. I am aware of that. That is not what I'm looking for. File zone. FPX file. That's not what I'm looking for. What are you going for again? In-game OSTs. That's what I'm going for. Wait, does this guy have a playlist of all the OSTs? If this guy has all of the OSTs, that would be kind of perfect. He does! I love you. I love you so much. Arknights Code of Brawl. Path of Life. New event. Frankwood, that's not. Doesn't have what I want. Kujiva much. Was hoping that maybe you're, but don't. You just go with what. I forget how much of an annoyance it is to find fucking OST. It was a pain in the ass for the first Arknights video, and this is gonna be even worse. Let's see if this. Forgot how the fuck I found those OST. Okay, wait. Let me do this. MSys. Fuck you mean nothing. Wait, is it because I got no? That couldn't be it. Mission, entry view, smoke, token, BD. That. Maybe it's because I already took all of the OSTs somehow. Player. Back. That's Annihilation. Or that's gonna be the soundtrack from the Germany pages. Arknights decomplied wild red. Oh, that's not it. Kurwa mać. Like the 5th time I say that. Starting to piss me off a bit.
Again, they are currently hiding somewhere, watching Reunion in their natural habitat, doing mysterious Reunion things. It starts getting a little cold. Jessica starts even biting her fingers to not make a sound out of desperation, and a bit later the Reunion members leave with their operators going to investigate what the hell is going on here. Apparently Reunion is using some kind of originium chunk that is generating this ice-cold temperature. We get to learn a little more about the legend from earlier, that this very well could be the legendary Yeti Squadron. Unironically, a really cool name for a squad.
Why is it lagging?
Although, you know what's interesting? Jessica says at the end of the scene that there's a sort of burning smell coming from not so far away. At first, I thought the game might throw
App could stop lagging.
some
I want to see the preview for fuck's sake.
Tallulah screen time, but we get another perspective change back to Amiya talking with the LGD. She explains the current situation, and we get another LGD. She explains the current situation. Universe bullshit. We get another
Still searching. Hate this. I hate this so unbelievably much. Such a pain in the ass trying to figure this out. Oh yeah, it's this one, okay. Found the files. That's one. That's not it. Got the files, that's yeah. On. Oh wait, I found it. Wait. Guapo? Could be where the OSTs are. If this is where the OSTs are, that's perfect. That's all I need. Please be here. I swear to God. Yes! Doszukałem się. Just a question, is it harder for you to edit Arknights video than Roblox videos? Not necessarily, unless it's as big as this. Then obviously it's going to be much harder. Okay, now it's the funny part. Wait, that... I know what that is. That is from Siesta. Okay. Ambience is exactly what I need. Probably. Oh no, this is just the battle ambience. Got it. Christ. Dialogue. Gonna be music. I'll find the goddamn music that I want. Which one is which? That's the problem. Longman Bar. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, this is Code Brawl. Okay, that's probably something that I shouldn't have ah, shit. Here we go with the fucking spoilers again. Christe panie. Nope, that's definitely not it. Actually, screw it. Beta. Epic intro, god. Sounds like something that I don't need. Thanks. So that's not what I need. At least for now. 0, 0. MSys. Gonna show me like fucking. Instead of fucking editing the video, this is looking through the stupid ass game files, trying to find something. My PC is asking for mercy. Good grief. Oh, this is just fucking bad. Do these games not have dialogue or some shit? That's the same thing as Siesta. Erik, I could just recognize those OSTs just by hearing the first few. I guess this is from like when Thorns was released, so. Oh, I know what this is. This is from the stupid ass gramophones. Alright. At least I found the OSTs, that's nice. I guess I can't really.
Universe bullshit. We get another. Another perspective change back to Amiya talking with the LGD. She explains the current situation and asks the LGD to form a joint operation to eliminate the remaining reunion forces in Lungmen. But Chen says no, with her argument being that, Amiya, you're an infected. Sorry, but you're going to create more problems if you do anything else in the slums. Which...
This is kind of perfect. Hold up. This is shaping up to be.
Her team would most likely end up dead. Amiya gets a phone call while Chen is still trying to argue why the LGD can't make a joint operation with her, watching two reunion leaders, W and Mephisto. W, obviously the way she is, starts teasing Mephisto with mentioning somebody who they call the old-timer. If you paid attention during Tallulah's introduction back in episode 1, this guy did show up briefly. Mephisto gets rage-baited by W so easily, goddamn. Woo! Bully that back! Chen actually agreed.
I guess I could use it again.
Tallulah's back. Starts going absolutely.
Cut it out for the monkey part. I should put a Leclerc jump scare. Wait. I know exactly what I need to do. God. Where is the original? I saw it somewhere on TikTok. Can't believe I'm actually going on TikTok right now. Ah, never mind.
Seeing Tallulah's silhouette, she doesn't even answer Hoshiguma's calls, so Rhodes Island starts following Chen while the LGD blocks off the main exit. Lost track of the silhouette that she was chasing after.
Is there some kind of scene that I forgot about?
This feels like a scene
Uh,
to anybody.
I have a feeling I know. I have a feeling I know what I can. Oh boy, wait. When does that scene specifically start?
Jessica, who seems to have been traumatized by something, she doesn't respond to anybody, but Amiya. Jessica, who seems to have been traumatized by something, she doesn't respond to anybody, but Amiya has an idea. She tells Frostleaf to put Jessica's arm on her arm, and then some kind of flashback scenes play out, one after another. Dude, this feels like a scene straight out of some kind of This feels like a scene straight out of some kind of Disney movie or something. I have no idea what Amiya did there, whether it was going into Jessica's mind to call out to her or something. After all that settles down, Mephisto returns, does some
Oh, this is Frost Nova. I don't need that. I'll need that for later, though. Definitely. Yes. That's perfect. It would be nice if I had loneliness intro.
We follow Frostleaf to meet up with Meteorite and Jessica, who seems to have been traumatized by something. She doesn't respond to anybody, but Amiya has an idea. She tells Frostleaf to put Jessica's arm on her arm, and then some kind of flashback scenes play out, one after another. Dude, this feels like a scene straight out of some kind of Disney movie. Mephisto returns, does some talk again about how Ursus will pay for how they treated the infected, and some other bullshit trying to justify the genocide of multiple innocent civilians that happens. Frostleaf starts charging towards Mephisto with Amiya backing her up as well. If only it was that easy to kill a dipshit like Mephisto, huh? That would have probably made the story a little too boring, so we get introduced to a reunion leader that we have already seen briefly after experiencing Ace's final moments.
Okay, what is it with me and my voiceover sounding like absolute shit?
Frost Nova seems to be this ruthless reunion leader, but she's sick of Mephisto like literally every single.
Okay, I'm kind of going overboard with the goddamn darkness, but
single other person in the reunion that has the displeasure of working with the angry Chester. Dash towards Frost Nova, but I
can use Mist again. I'm gonna start reusing. Of these. Could have probably copied the entire folder instead of just one singular folder, but fuck it, we ball.
since she gets hit a few times.
I already finished the first part, that's funny.
Lured in Rhode Island and the LGBT right.
Oh.
But unsuccessfully since she gets hit a few times. Amiya has an idea though. Hitting a nearby Iridium chunk with her arts, she gives Meteorite an opening to save the exhausted Frostleaf that used all her power to counter Frost Nova's arts. Our operators get away, but oh boy, things are about to get a lot more interesting with another reunion leader showing up, and after getting an emergency call with Chen, G says that reunion has taken over one of their important facilities. Of course, there's a scene right after that where Mephisto states that W lured in Rhode Island and the LGBT right into reunion's trap. Episode 5.
Okay. Well, that's part 1 done. Simple as that. How long did that take me? That was 80% just me looking for shit. I think, at least. This. That. Longman office. Hmm. Hold up, I need to make a call with somebody. Give me a minute. Dobra. Okay. Another pushing. Oh god. Oh, there we go. We will continue this hellhole. Trying to figure this shit out. This is great. Oh, I know what this is. I'm still somehow looking for songs to use. Calamity Escape. Yes, this is perfect. This is exactly what. Put this in the folder. Hmm? For later. What the hell is OBT? Emperor Climax. Stop intro. I don't think that's really gonna work here. Okay, that's the festival. MSys alive. Well, that's definitely an interesting. Okay. Okay, this is Mephisto. The first fight with Mephisto. Festival Metal, Festival EDM. Nope, that's not gonna. Okay, so we can throw this out of the window. We don't need this. Static? Ba 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 ba. This. What's this? That actually sounds kind of good. Put that in here. Yeah. That's fucking perfect. That's what you call cowabunga. Booyah. So keep this on this thing.
Episode 5 is no smaller than our previous installment. The stakes are already so much higher than back in episode 1, where our operators got hit with a catastrophe. Lungman is in danger, with the reunion getting a hold of the LGD's main cowards. Swire jokingly says that Chen should step down as the chief officer and let her do the job of being a chief officer, but Chen takes that pretty damn seriously and an argument breaks out between the two while Hoshiguma is just standing there, not doing much besides watching the two go at each other's throats. I mean, Swire, or how she calls herself, Beatrix Swire, literally tells Chen straight out that she's a piece of shit and that she wants to see Chen bleed. Did I mention the fact that this is the first time a character actually starts swearing? It isn't something like Vivziepop style, where there has to be a swear for every single adjective up there. Swears are used pretty sparingly, but they also are used sometimes to emphasize or accentuate certain things. The swears have a reason to be there besides just, after Swire leaves.
I guess I could use this again. Why not? Have this at like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
For Lungman's sake, Hoshiguma tells her that she isn't going to believe her bullshit and that Chen is clearly overworked and she needs a long vacation to
Okay, that just doesn't fit with the atmosphere at all. Nah, that's not gonna work. Need something chill. I'm trying to figure.
pieces of media and also at myself. After Swire leaves, Chen realizes that there's a huge wound on her back. Swire, the absolute Chen that she is,
I honestly wanted to do something more ambitious for this part, but
Swire, the absolute Chen that she is, decided to carry Chen on her shoulders to a safe spot. But while doing that, she also got hit by a wall that got destroyed by a reunion caster. Absolute Chen that she is, decided to carry Chen on her shoulders. The absolute Chen that she is, decided to carry Chen on her shoulders to a safe spot. But while doing that, she also got hit by a wall that got destroyed by a reunion caster. You have them of a small favor to help the LGD with clearing the area near Mukwo warehouse. The operator that Chen is talking to says that Rhodes Island will oblige to help out the LGD since that's written in the contract. Not long after warehouse, seriously injured, but the guy seems to have some pretty important intel for the LGD. Of construction materials being dragged around. So the only explanation here is that Reunion has set up an ambush point. Hoshiguma suggests that the best strategy here is to have her flush out the Reunion thugs from their ambush point so Chen and the rest of the squad can surround them and end the battle quickly. While Chen is hesitant towards Hoshiguma's idea, even more after she says that she only needs 3 minutes to pull.
fuck, right. I guess we can do another one. This is what you call laziness. Hell yeah.
Even more after she says that she only needs 3 minutes to pull this off. Jen agrees to the plan. Not long after, Hoshiguma flushes out all of the and is
Okay, so we've gone kind of far enough. The little sad part.
which
Oh, that's the sound. Already used mist twice. You don't need to do it again. Darkness was also used like twice already. I'm not getting any good ideas over here. Kind of a problem. Ah. Fuck it, throw it all in here. Throw it all in the folder. Might as well. Affection. This is very much perfection for this scene. Considering the context.
where we meet Shen's informant, which is apparently somebody that
Dobra jest. No i pięknie.
of a rotten vegetable. Somehow, this game makes you care for characters that have less than 5 minutes of screen time. Even if I didn't start crying at this part of the episode like a little baby, this...
God, this song sounds something like straight out of Arcane Odyssey, I swear to God.
Reunion thugs are apparently scattered throughout the entire area, but the LGD forces that were stationed nearby are driving them out. We quickly switch our perspective to a reunion squad that seems to be confused. Why is Lungman so empty? Why has everything that's valuable been taken away? And why are there no...
Fuck it, might as well. That's 5-7.
seem to want to agree with that ideas? She just decides to give the debris a push and moves it away from them both. Hoshiguma is injured. Those reunion thugs that were there earlier are still alive and still want the LGD dead. So as compensation for Hoshiguma saving Chen so many times with her shield, my girl just starts aura farming like your average anime protagonist and goes on to fight the reunion thugs by herself. I mean, Chen literally tells Hoshiguma to shut the fuck up after being asked if she isn't going to blush after giving that sort of speech to her, which I thought was really cool. After another fight's work, Jen decides to... The two isn't all that much you can get out of this interaction.
Actually, this is not half bad, even though there's not much variety in the song. It's good. I could still add some variety. And then there's this. 43 fucking minutes. God. Biggest pain in the ass ever.
Interaction between the two, but Swire just tells the same thing as Hoshiguma did a minute.
Okay, that's a bit... Could also use New Hope 2 as well. They have that.
Interaction between the two, but Swire just tells the same thing. Just responds that this blade isn't worthy of ending a pitiful life as
Wait, right, because they have the thing.
throat, which she deals with easily. Mephisto isn't done yet though, since he does the exact same thing as he did to Neural and tells Foss to deal with the job, which the sniper misses the shot on purpose as a warning to Chen. Of course, the rest of the LGD is still there, but they're currently fighting for their lives while Chen and the two commanders are practically at each other's throats. Like a Dark Souls player would. Are we sure that Yan is based on
Oh, it's this bit. Oh my god, hell nah. It's the fucking British bit.
Sure that Yan is based on Hong Kong and not the great land of the Brits? I mean, come on. There ain't no shot that Chen, a Lungmanite, is this good at using a shiv, right? Like, good golly gosh, this girl is literally a British person. Tell me otherwise. With the sarcasm.
That is the fucking laziest British bit that I could have done. I need some... Actually, that could very much work. Hold up. This has every right to work.
With the sarcasm aside, Chen nearly kills Mephisto with those arts that detonated Frost's bullet. After a bunch more shots and Mephisto starting to get a little mad since he chose the wrong opponent, Chen tries to unsheath the sword a second time, but ultimately fails and Frost tries to shoot her. But 3 bullets. My girl broke 2 ribs just by trying to forcefully unsheath that sword. Frost wanted to shoot her while she was trying to unsheath the sword, but Mephisto wanted to see her spirit die down. Dumbass literally let her live because he wanted to see Chen in despair. The entire time, Mephisto tries to gaslight Chen into thinking that reunion is working for the greater
God, I
good,
love this
but
song.
Chen isn't going to bite.
I already love this song so much. Holy shit.
Create an opening for Chen to end Mephisto's life and reclaim the LGD headquarters. After one of the more interesting and exploitable boss fights come to an end, Frost and Mephisto's squad is basically done for. All their tricks have been revealed, so the only sensible thing to do is run away, but Chen and Blaze aren't going to let either of them escape. Mephisto sends a few guards to buy themselves some time, but finally, after 2 failed attempts to unsheath Cheek Shao, Chen finally unsheathes the sword and ends the suffering of 2 of Mephisto's guards that even thank her. Wow, those guys were miserable. Mephisto and Frost escape. Frost is severely injured. Mephisto is...
And that's where I can actually end that. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Imagine if I could actually release this video today. That would be kind of stupid. Fuck it, I'm releasing it today. I don't give a fuck.
Frost is severely injured. Mephisto is...
Wanna listen to the song. Is this the exact same song? Speedrunning the editing process. Speedrun this shit! I ain't speedrunning an entire fucking 43 minutes, you know? I barely did this, the fucking 34 minutes of this.
is in utter...
Okay, just use Mist again. Oh my god. People are gonna kill me for using Mist again, but... You gotta live once. Mist is the fucking... It's the most versatile track in the entire game. It fits for every single, you know, scene. Well, maybe not every single one, but most of them. Like, maybe 80%. Okay, fuck it. There we go. Nice. Fog.
White. The final episode that I want to talk about today is going to be episode 6, and it has to be the best episode out of the 3 that I'm going to be talking about today, since it concludes the Frost Nova arc of Act 1 and also starts the fall of the reunion arc, as I like to call chapter 7 and 8. The episode starts off with some kind...
Yeah, that's a bit of lag. Using the same music like that obscure in the Game Awards. True! That's exactly what I'm doing. Oh my god. Now it's the funny part where I lose my shit. Unironically, I feel like slacking off and doing something else instead of doing this. I think I kind of got bored of the editing process. Even though I've been sitting here for like maybe half an hour or something.
Fumizuki gave birth. Wonder how the game.
Okay, wait. Charles Leclerc. Documenti Google. Google. Uh. Yeah. O que escuta mais fumo. That is
Thing. Wei Yenwu and I'm thought that they hated each other based on the interaction.
just somewhere at the start. Just somewhere at the start, I think. Okay, got it. I'm only going to need
Confirms everything. Wei Yenwu.
I need to re-record. Off that's is after base firms everything. Now I go into my narrator mode. Where the fuck is it? Wei Yenwu, and I'm going to assume Fumizuki gave birth to Tallulah. That should work, I guess. Hopefully. I have my doubts about this.
Out after Wei's phone call basically confirms everything. Wei.
Boop. Bala boop. Wei Yenwu, and I'm going to assume Fumizuki gave birth to Tallulah.
Wonder how the game will use this plot.
Now we got a fucking problem. Actually, oh. Yeah, maybe this is gonna work? It should.
Thing. Wei Yanwu, and I'm going to assume Fumizuki gave birth to Tallulah. Wonder how the game will use this plot later on, huh? Quick perspective change to the Rhodes Island landship where we meet yet another operator, which is Rosamontes. He doesn't get much screen time for now. The only really important thing that you can learn from this scene is what Greythroat.
Okay. I somehow fixed it. Nice. Perfect. Thank God.
Comes around, the two go on a little banter. Blaze apprehends a few dozen reunion members and realizes that Mephisto reunion member they see. Wait a fucking minute. Didn't I say that back in episode 0? Isn't this literally what Reunion has been doing for a while? The next important scene that shows up right after this is a Reunion member talking to some kind of woman. Currently, her identity is very much remained in mystery and not much can be figured out just based on what this scene alone shows to the player. The Reunion member proposes to the woman to leave Lungmen to go anywhere else but Lungmen. Amiya with her squad is still in touch with Greythroat, Blaze, and the Doctor and are trying to currently regroup while Chen has finished mopping up the remaining Reunion stragglers somewhere near the slums. Apparently, story in any sort of game, but come on. I'm not making a whole different video just to talk about each chapter.
Okay, that's a bit delayed. Maybe it isn't? Yeah, it's definitely delayed.
Just to talk about each chapter's gameplay. No matter how many views I would get, I would not do that. This
Look at you now. Dumbass. I'm scared how long this is gonna take. Well, better get to it now and have it done instead of, procrastinating like a pet.
the final episode
Probably put in the fucking title or something. I just want to have this done, man.
where Frostnova states that she will join Rhodes Island, where she will
Okay,
fight
that's a bit
together
loud.
side by side. The first time when I read this, I missed the first 2 lines of dialogue and misinterpreted this whole scene as Frostnova joining Rhodes Island to end Reunion for.
This song doesn't really fit, does it? Yeah, it doesn't fit. Do I go with it anyway? Screw it. Why not? I guess I can.
Is much more different from the operator so far. Instead of just to become a much more common trope between makes them unable to wield a weapon. This is going to become a much more common trope between every few operators that we will encounter in the story, especially elite operators. Blaze also
Why
nearly
is this
gets
so
into
loud and
crossfire
so
with
quiet? Increase it by like 2 dB decibels. That's gotta be good.
but she quickly explains to them that she is from Rhodes Island and tells the LGD officers to go to the next roadblock, while Blaze starts using her arts to heat herself up or something and drops probably one of the craziest lines where she says, "Let's take a Sammy bath together."
I was gonna... Oh. No, I swear to fucking God. It's a bit loud, not gonna lie. That's what I'm saying.
My treat. Like, what the fuck, dude? The first time I read that, I actually spit out my water and questioned whether I read that correctly. That sounds something like a Zenless Zone Zero character would say, not an Arknights character. That line genuinely caught me so off guard, it's kind of weird why it did that in the first place. Blaze just kind of starts scaring the reunion thugs after not breaking a sweat dealing with them. She lets the stragglers with each other. Apparently Greythroat said something about the infected and Blaze heard that, and now they're
Even though this voiceover is so unbearable to listen to. Oh my God. I am sorry for that. God. That's a bit too serious for the situation.
I guess they work in the same faction after all.
That woke me up, damn. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry, I swear to God. Feels perfect, but it's a bit too long. Liking. Might need to shorten it.
But Blaze seemingly does not like working with Greythroat, which is apparently uninfected. Amiya explains to us more on the plan. This is like the gave birth to Tallulah. Wonder how the game will
Bit loud.
use this plot later on, huh? Quick perspective change to the Rhodes Island landship where we meet yet another operator, which is Rosamontes. He doesn't get much screen time for now. The only really important thing that you can learn from this scene is what Greythroat said that made Blaze so mad when we first got introduced to her.
Okay, so this starts at 37, and now it's like 40, so we're gonna finish it somewhere around the here? What? After. Oh wait, that's actually perfect because I finished.
The next important scene that shows up right after this is a reunion member talking to some
Jeszcze raz, I need to remember to have my volume down. Someone is gonna get a heart attack at some point. If I do that again. Bro, it pull up darkness. Who cares? Right.
Some kind of woman. Currently, her identity is very much remained in mystery, and not much can be figured out just based on what this scene alone shows to the player. The reunion member proposes to the woman to leave Lungmen to go anywhere else but Lungmen. Amiya with her squad is
And they were like, I think 4 times is more than enough. I'm gonna pull the volume to 1 on my phone. Yeah, probably the best idea, to be honest. Watching any of my streams.
the game switch
Is just gonna give you a heart attack at some point if you watch it at any higher than volume 1. God damn. Imagine if I casually just use some kind of other song that isn't an Arknights song. Let's see what I can pull up over. Can I pull up anything funny? Oh right, I forgot that my music taste is absolute shit. All the worst. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you have an entire fucking playlist of every single song that you can use and you're not gonna get copyrighted for it. Limbus Company OSC might be okay. Undertale. I think either might be okay, to be honest, as well. Excuse me. Find some of the Limbus Company. Limbus Company. Hosting. Yes. I need studio EDM. Yep. Girls. Eh. Buddha. Wait. Buddha has a fucking OST for himself? For themselves, I guess? I want a lockpick stream when? Let me finish this first, and then and then I'm gonna do the fucking lockpick stream. Hold up. Let me cook. Don't let me cook, actually. Not a bad idea. not a good idea. This video is gonna come out to be absolute shit anyway. Flash. Onto 5. Positive snail. I could use, no, the Arknights always with Limbus Company. That's not gonna be a good one. YouTube, are you going to load? Nope, that's not gonna work. Bob. Fuck is this? Maybe just pull up the entire fucking Undertale playlist. YouTube refuses to cooperate with me. Thank you. Oh, this is... Oh, this is the Binds guy. And his OST. Okay. I honestly forgot what that was. Wuthering Opus. Could this be decent? Nienawidzę tego. Nienawidzę. I would gladly get some kind of other OST that isn't Arknights, but I guess if YouTube refuses to cooperate with me, then fuck you too, YouTube! Go eat a dick. Adeline Fox, that's from Real Time. Lunar Overture, that's not gonna be very good. God, what the fuck do I have on these? Here. Fuck is this folder? I'm about to break a leg. Or two. Here. Boom. Got it. Okay, that's Galactomania. I don't need that. Time Paradox, Bone to the Wild, Warm, Draco Bloxer theme. Dude, so many of these OSTs from TDS and barely anything from the other stuff. Maniac's Revenge, Above and Beyond. That's not gonna work. Hell no. Bereft, not really. Joking aside, that could work, but not really. Finality cover, definitely not. Reality check through the skull. Eh. Contracting negotiation. Nope. I don't really have a big playlist here. It's fun. Isn't that fun? Player play Arknights. Limbus Company stream. Użwanicnie. Fuck. Casually pull up.
Knows that his words influence Mephisto. He knows that if he dares saying anything, Mephisto will take it literally. That he knows that his words influence Mephisto. He knows that if he dares saying anything, Mephisto will take it literally. It doesn't matter if it's just telling Mephisto to keep laughing, or anything else that gets brought up in this singular scene. He would do whatever Faust told him to do. I don't exactly pity Mephisto, but I can see why this guy is a sociopath. Mephisto condoned Officer Chen's opinions on the infected.
Oh, holy shit, you're loud. Anybody ever told you how loud you are?
I mean, Swire compliments Amiya for her heartfelt speech, but Chen quickly disposes of that and the real fight begins. Faust and the rest of his team was pushed further into the slums by the LGD, and Faust as a last resort decides to use his arts to make the Phantom Crossbowman invisible while also rupturing his organs in the process. And I just have to say it, holy shit, after I did this level, it was yet again around like 1 AM in the morning. I had school the next day, but I literally just put my phone down and started crying. I had some sort of interest towards Faust, and when he just decides to sacrifice himself, I can't take that with a straight face and say, oh yeah, that happened. Damn. I guess the story moves on now. This is another one of those parts of the story where you really start to question, is Rhodes Island really the good guy in the story? Or are they just as bad as Reunion and literally every single other faction that we have encountered up until this point? This death doesn't really seem to affect Amiya as much as Misha did, but it still gives her himself. I can't.
I'm gonna give myself a heart attack. What? I could just leave darkness alone for now.
Can't take that with a straight.
Where's the loneliness? I want loneliness. Bruh. Friend, rebel, I don't need... I need loneliness, that's what I need. This... Void. Babble. Maybe don't listen to that, actually. It's probably a good idea to not listen to that. Okay.
Mission failed.
%90 of this is looking for some kind of OST. Darkness, darkness, floating. What the hell is this? Oh, that's what it is. Aha! Yeah, look at that. Got it. You never actually fucking running through. I guess it's not as hard as getting the entire fucking voiceover done. That. Any jokes over. Używa. This is what you call suffering. 16. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Nice. Perfect.
Interest towards Faust, and when he just decides to sacrifice himself, I can't take that with. And when he just decides to sacrifice himself, I can't take that with a straight face and say, oh yeah, that happened. Damn. I guess the story moves on now. This is another one of those parts of the story where you really start to question, is Rhodes Island really the good guy in the story? Or are they just as bad as Reunion and literally every single other faction that we have encountered up until this point? This death doesn't really seem to affect Amiya as much as Misha did, but it still gives her that sort of thought, whether everything they're doing will actually do anything. Dude, even Greythroat starts to question Rhodes Island after seeing so many dead bodies under her feet. Amiya tries to explain it, with the argument being that she asks herself the same question every single day. Rhodes Island sees people dying on a daily basis, infected or not. Rhodes Island's goal is to tear up the soil that nurtures the hate against the infected. Reunion just to talk about each chapter's gameplay. No matter how many views I would get, I would not do that. This episode introduces the infamous frozen mechanic. Oh my god, I cannot put it into words how much I absolutely despise this mechanic. When playing through the Limbus Sinners, or Evade Sinners for that matter, or Defense Sinners, or Evade Sinners for that matter,
Probably gonna need to be on 20. I gotta guess. Yeah. Pretty
to
much.
just nullify the effect by stalling out the fight with either Defense Sinners or Evade Sinners for that matter. Here, it isn't exactly possible without one singular archetype of the meta class, which I will not get into, or Lapland, for those who are willing to classify her as a solution to the problem. But just to say the least, if you nullify this mechanic by using that single archetype, Blaze's voice isn't exactly the happiest. They'll learn that she will have to cooperate with her. Blaze jumps down again up to save Amiya. The fight much easier, but back to the recap. The game rewinds time before Blaze showed up to save Amiya and the rest of her squad. Blaze actually calls Amiya through a special...
I just realized I took 2 different songs in just... How does that even work? Damn.
them. We learn that only one is called 9, which I'm going to assume that this is the same person that was proposed to leave Lungmen by one of the reunion members. The call between Chen and 9 ends yet again at an abrupt note, just like Lin's and Swire's call did. 9 tells Chen to not investigate the sewers, which I'm sure she will not do based on her character.
I want a fucking rebel. Bruh.
intense to baby mode until the final boss, which even that probably makes the fight much easier. But back to the recap. The game rewinds time before Blaze showed up to save Amiya and the rest of her squad. Blaze actually calls Amiya through a special elite operator channel, which, let's just say that Frostleaf, after hearing Blaze's voice, isn't exactly the happiest. They'll learn that she will have to cooperate. While that's happening, while that's exactly how she would gain Blaze's trust. While that's happening, Amiya is
How long is this song? 2 minutes. Throw it, use it again. Then just cut it off.
and thugs show up, so they both decide to give some
Might as well be 5 minutes, I don't give a fuck at this. I thought I fucked up something up.
room for both Greythroat and Blaze to talk and stuff. And now it's finally time for one of my
Oh wait, no, wait. I know what I can do. Wait. Oh no, that's just Frost Nova.
favorite.
When did I use Mist? Darkness. Yeah, Mist was somewhere over here, I think. How did I know? Okay. Well, at least we're halfway done. Give me a second. Alright. Let us continue.
Yen Wu on a
Darkness. I sure love darkness. Yeah, that's not gonna fit the scene at all. Use voice. I don't care. I don't care anymore, I swear to God. I'm losing my mind. Kidding. Just spam a bunch of songs. It doesn't matter. Fucking. -16 was okay. That's the loop. Oh shit.
up, so they both decide to give some room for both Greythroat and Blaze to talk and stuff. And now it's finally time for one of my favorite scenes of the entire episode. Earlier, I mentioned that one of the reunion members from Crownslayer's squad saw two shadows somewhere in the slums. We are going back to that now. Calcit and Project Red catch Crownslayer. This interaction overall is interesting enough due to the fact that there's finally some insight on Crownslayer's character. The reunion leader accuses Calcit of being some kind of traitor that sold out Ilya, Crownslayer's father. Calcit doesn't even flinch though. She stands unaffected by the accusation the way she talks. She's clearly experienced and wants to educate the people who've done wrong and want to tread a different path. That's one of the only reasons why Crownslayer doesn't die here, is because Calcit sees that Crownslayer can change and she gives her that chance. Reunion's current situation isn't as bright, however. The Yeti squad seem to have had
There's some other OST that I can use. S? That's one way to do it. Shit.
isn't as bright, however. The Yeti squad seem to have had reached out to most reunion squads to pull out. Even one of the Yeti squad members starts getting sentimental, comparing the amount of reunion members pulling out to a river in the wilderness. Man, surprisingly, even the reunion members have interesting personalities. This isn't the first time that reunion members that aren't reunion leaders have some sort of personality to show for themselves. Both the Yeti Squadron and the Phantom Crossbowmen meet up, where the Yetis tell the other team that Frostnova is growing weaker by the minute. Frostnova exhausted her energy pushing back Lungman's forces and now she's asleep. The Yetis propose that the Crossbowmen take Frostnova to Chernobog. The Crossbowmen seem to be hesitant, but ultimately agree to transport Frostnova to Chernobog with Mephisto. This scene alone really just shows that certain reunion leaders really built trust with their teams. Frost Nova's team and later on Patriot's team will really support this point later on. Yeah, okay, some reunion leaders such as Tallulah and Mephisto are sociopaths, but that doesn't mean that every single member in the reunion is a cold-blooded sociopath that wants to kill for sport. I mean, the Yetis literally cry in the scene. That's how much attachment they have to their sister. Not much more happens here besides the mention of Frost Nova helping the Yetis in some sort of mine. Really fucked up real world incidents. If you know what I'm talking about, good. I can't even talk about it on YouTube. But back to Frost Nova's backstory. With the new policies that the Emperor has put into force, the mines were left of starved children only since all the adults died. Under the Emperor's orders, the overseers were tasked with executing the last of the infected in the mines, which afterwards, they would collapse the mines. While carrying Frost Nova is some dedication. I guess you can't really expect anything else from the GOAT Patriot. He was literally a killing machine back at the time when he was working for the Ursus military. During his final battle when he was in Ursus military, which he hid the disease from his own son, which his son was also participating in the Great Rebellion campaigning for the rights of the infected, seeing his own father as an Ursus puppet. Patriot also saw his son during the campaign. By then, the son's body had frozen. Frost Nova and the other kids were lucky enough that Patriot's team got there in time.
Else that I have? Be really nice if I could. Ad doesn't. You know what? Screw it. Ratchet and Clankoist. I don't know.
The episode 6 is Fast. Tallulah has big plans for this time around. She wants to make Lungmen one of the bases of reunion. This is much bigger than the Chernobog incident. We're going to have to wait to see who takes out both the Doctor and Frost Nova out of the debris, since we get a perspective change to 9 who makes a flower as a token of respect to the Yetis, and there's also Madame Censor with the other red robe guys. Yeah. The episode 6 is Fast. Tallulah has big plans for this time around. She wants to make Lungmen one of the bases of reunion. This is besides basically confirming that the Doctor is going to need to confront Frost Nova. Cassel also tells the Doctor that she doesn't need to put her trust into them after working with the Doctor for so long. Cassel seems to retract what she said, excusing it as something that she shouldn't have. What the fuck is this girl hiding? At the Doctor the way they are now. I understand being cautious, but I still really don't understand Calcit's character as a whole. The Doctor's and overall Rhode Island's past will be revealed in the Ark side stories, which, yes, I will make a video on, but that isn't important right now. There's also a scene with Frost Nova and the Phantom Crossbowmen. She tells the Crossbowmen that she has a few infected friends that she wants to meet up with again, that she also promised to meet with them again. Where after that she states that Reunion has already lost this battle. They chose wrong, but certain people can still change their path. I'm going to assume that this is going to be directed towards the Phantom Crossbowmen and maybe even the entirety of Reunion. The story will go back in time before Frost Nova and the Doctor were dug out of the debris. The scenes that are shown here are somewhat cool. At least for 1 second, Rhodes Island and the Yeti Squad aren't at each other's throats. Sadly, Frost Nova wins the bet, but doesn't kill the Doctor, because Amiya and the rest didn't attack the Yeti Squad. Frost Nova hopes that the Yetis and Rhodes Island do not cross paths again, but as cruel as Terra is, the two sides meet at the Lungman substructure. Unlike the first Frost Nova fight, this one is no better. Gameplay-wise, obviously, it just isn't any better than the first fight. It's even more annoying, even more RNG based than the first one, and there's also the frost mechanic that made me split my skull open for several hours trying to figure out a strat with even a year 5 operator. That's how hard this fight is. Frost Nova is fighting Rhodes Island to test them. Before the fight even begins, there's a lot of exchange between the characters. Amiya is being flooded with all kinds of thoughts and all kinds of emotions coming from Frost Nova's mind. It's Frost Nova's pain, sorrow, and anger. Amiya starts crying, and I see why, since having all of these emotions flood into her isn't the best feeling. Frost Nova says the exact same thing as one of the Yeti Squad members when another member asked, "You're all going to die." And then the scene from the beginning yet again unfolds. If Rhodes Island defeats Frost Nova, it means some will be able to survive. After you witness the scene in full, you really understand what Frost Nova means by her joining Rhodes Island.
I think it's better if I leave it without any. Maybe after this video, you make a compilation of you failing with reset counter. If you had the footage. The problem is, I did not have the footage because I did half of those attempts on my phone. The attempt where I won on stream, that was basically, I think that was pure luck. That's why, ladies and folks, you record your stuff. Every single attempt that you do on some kind of stupid-ass stage are supposed to record that. And I will remember that next time. I also had the Patriot footage attempts. I mean, I had it, but now I don't because my phone is like littered with garbage. Good grief.
Determine whether Rhodes Island really is prepared for Tallulah. It's an interesting motive of hers that doesn't make this fight redundant or forced. This fight feels like it has a purpose. Not just one purpose, but many reasons to happen at the same time.
I unironically had an idea to do, like, a compilation of me trying to record the voiceovers. But the problem is that I tried to do that as, like, somewhat of a side project while also working on the big video. And I couldn't find that much. There was, like, maybe 3 times that maybe somebody could laugh, but most of the times it was just me fucking up because I'm stupid.
At the same time, while I didn't cry during Frost Nova's death, I felt something pierce through my heart. This death is really impactful not only to the reader, but also the character.
What? Epcot? Cooperate with me. Thank you. Maybe a short would be okay if there isn't much. Maybe, possibly. I mean, would people even want to watch that sort of stuff?
Is really the characters as well. Frost's death was also impactful, but this one feels much more impactful on Amiya and the rest. Here's the thing, instead of Frost Nova's death impacting Amiya the most, it was the Doctor. Unlike Misha, where Amiya had the most time with uses multiple the characters as well. Frost's death was also impactful, but this one feels much more impactful on Amiya and the rest. Here's the thing, instead of Frost Nova's death impacting Amiya the most, it was the Doctor. Unlike Misha, where Amiya had the most time with her and cared the most about her, here with Frost Nova it was the Doctor. Trust me, the Doctor feels so many emotions when in Frost Nova. I can't find any words for it. The aftermath of Frost Nova
Fuck it, use, one of my favorite songs. I don't know, if you want to do it, then do it, I guess. YouTube algorithm is all over the place, so might as well try and experiment. I guess. That's one way to give me motivation to do it.
The aftermath of Frost Nova's death is really going to set the mood for Episode 7 as a whole. Longman has been saved, the reunion forces have been dealt with, those weird black raincoats have also retreated for now. But Chen has not finished. People telling you to not go and investigate somewhere is suspicious enough, so as the superintendent of the LGD, Chen decides to investigate the sewers. Swire tries to stop her from doing so, but in the end, it's all futile. Swire uses multiple arguments in the process. But what's the point when you're talking to somebody as stubborn as Chen? Whatever she sees, oh god, it's nothing good. There's also a scene with Blaze and Greythroat where Blaze asks Greythroat, operator, a member of the reunion,
Like, -20.
an exile of Chernobog, which I'm going to assume is referring to Misha, they are all living people. Their lives shouldn't be dictated by secret schemes. Wei tries to shove his fucked up ideals that it doesn't matter whether a person knows they are playing a role or not. All that matters is that they're playing that role. Amiya refuses to eat any of Wei's bullshit, but enough of trying to argue who is right or wrong, because Chen barges into Wei's office and she is goddamn pissed. Chen questions Wei Yanwu if it was him who ordered to do what he did. The political leader tries to act dumb, asking for a convincing explanation. Chen enter the parlor, but in Kaltset's defense comes from Mizuki. Tolu
Do that until this part. Boom.
that Wei forced Tallulah's mother to marry some cowardly man. You know what Wei says to all of this that Chen is saying? He tries to say that Chen is tired. Dude just gave up the entire argument. Oh my fucking god. After Chen and Wei have an argument, Kalt enter the parlor. But in Kaltset's defense comes from Mizuki. Tallulah was never in Lungmen. She was always in when mentioning that there's some weird smell of something burning in the air. That was Tallulah the entire time. That silhouette that Chen was chasing after, that was also Tallulah. The worst news that the cast of characters gets to hear from Kaltset's explanation is that 36 hours from now, the Chernobog city is on course to collide with from Kaltset's explanation is that 36 hours from now, the Chernobog city is on course to collide with Lungmen. Oh boy, that isn't good. The core city is already sending out a bunch of urban identification codes, claiming that the city belongs to Ursus. Things in Lungmen are far from over. I wonder what will Wei Yanwu do to prevent this when Amiya has already terminated the contract with Lungmen. That's going to have to wait until I cover episode 7.
And look at that. Finally done. Whew. That required no effort at all.
Okay, fine. I'll do a story summary video. I have no idea how people enjoy my retelling of the story. I personally thought that people were going to absolutely clown on it since it was my first time ever even talking about a game story on a YouTube video, but somehow I have no idea how people absolutely loved the way I
So this is a two-parter? What? The only thing I gotta do now is, figure out a credit scene. And you know what else I need to do? I need to put a singular joke with Leclerc. I need to. I love me boy. Hold up.
Charles Leclerc! Charles Leclerc! Leclerc!
Perfect. YouTube down. I just need to put in some kind of fucking Leclerc joke. I swear to God. It has nothing to do with Arknights, but yet I still need to do it. I gotta add some jump scare. Actually, wait, I could add that where I do that stupid ass monkey joke with, you know. Hold up.
Yeah, Tallulah's back. Chen starts going absolutely berserk seeing Tallulah's silhouette.
I put in fucking Leclerc joke over here. This is gonna be the most perfect shit ever.
Seeing Tallulah's silhouette. She doesn't even seeing Tallulah's silhouette. She doesn't
I need to do some masking. I need to do some funny masking over here. God, I don't want a fucking motion track. I don't want a motion track. Fuck. Fuck, and just go with the feather.
Tallulah's silhouette. She doesn't even answer Hoshiguma's calls, so Rhodes Island starts following.
That is fucking perfect. Mwah. And with that, I can call the video somewhat finished. Cię kurwa, co ja mam robić? It's just crediting 3 people. Could make some stupid ass render on Roblox. You know. And then put the credits there. Or I just completely forget about the credits and I put them in the description of the video. Then the thingies on Discord. I had your. Hold up. Dobra, okej. On this. From a specific person. Copy you. Like this. Up. I need his fucking profile picture. I can't find it. Fuck it. I want a random ass stream. Take his other profile picture. I can do that. Man, this is so stupid. Dead. I don't think he was on this one.
When we left, my people
up,
were
me.
not.
Okay. I need the other two. Okay, there we go. I need to get some kind of a script for this.
Going to have to wait until I cover episode 7.
God, I can't believe I'm actually doing it like this. I'll make this better in a second.
This is at... Okay, it's gonna be at 6.
Anyway, fucking me ball.
I'm gonna do this with no sound effects for now.
Checking if you send me the Need some background footage. God.
This footage.
Maybe change the text a bit. So it doesn't look like absolute shit. Wait, Aurora might be.
Yeah, that works. Actually, just cut it off like there. Oh yeah, if you enjoyed the video... I bum-ass would need to actually have this on
What? Alright. Well, I guess I gotta record a voiceover after all. Hiya, if you enjoyed the video, I'd recommend supporting the people that were actually involved. There ain't a lot, but they made... There ain't a lot, but they all made this video actually possible. And thank you for watching, and... God, can't read. And thank you for watching, and also Happy New Year. Recording session. Literally one singular take. You could have done better than that. Fuck it, I'm too lazy. Hiya, What's time to fucking... Hiya, if you... if you enjoyed the video, I'd if you enjoyed the video, I'd recommend supporting the people that were actually involved.
Pretty funny hearing you do the voiceover on the spot.
Sometimes you gotta improvise. There ain't a lot. There ain't a lot. Involved. There ain't a lot, but they all made this video actually possible. And actually possible. And thank you for watching. They all made this video actually possible. And thank you. And thank you for watching, and also Happy New Year. God, that is the most fucking anticlimactic thing ever. god, I can't.
And also Happy New Year. You for watching. And thank you for watching and also
Triste kurwa.
you for watching and also Happy New Year.
That is so fucking.
New Year. Hiya, if you enjoyed the video, I'd recommend supporting the people that were actually involved. There ain't a lot, but they all made this video actually possible. And thank you for watching, and also thank you. And thank you for watching, and also Happy New Year. Thank you for watching, and also Happy New Year. You for watching, and also Happy New Year.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking anticlimactic, isn't it? It's good enough. I don't care anymore. I'm so fucking done with this.
Okay, fine. I'll do a story summary video. I have no idea how people enjoy my retelling of the story. I personally thought that people were going to absolutely clown on it since it was my first time.
Yeah, 3 hours. That's how long it took. Ah, god damn it, man. How's it going? I'm done! Woo! Ah! I am so fucking done! Off! Okay, wait, let me go export this real quick, upload this, and then we ball. And then I'll do the stupid-ass lockpick game, I think. Actually, maybe just export this for now. I'll upload it later. I'll see you people in, like, an hour. Especially you, Trawler. You better be there. I'll make sure you'll be there. I'll make sure you watch me suffer. Anyway, stop with the ominous bullshit. See ya.
See you soon, I guess.